There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. There's a very low percentage.
Upon me, the whispering of leeches in my ear. Corner ventriloquist scratched his name across my wrist. Paparazzi starting to cheer. Take your picture at the scene of the crime. We got your victim and we made up your mind. Turn off the spotlight, whose God will you be? Well, they want you if your hands are clean. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon. He shot the world, I am the exit wound. Inside of the tongue tells the altered voice what to say. Hey, ballerina bayonet, slice us up with pirouettes. Mouth is shut on hand grenade. Take your picture at the scene of the crime. We got your victim and we made up your mind. Turn off the spotlight, whose God will you be? Well, they want you if your hands are clean. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon. He shot the world, I am the exit wound. He shot the world, I am the exit wound. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon. Can't stop the bleeding, I'm not healing soon.
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook. and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
This is absolutely lit. This is lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. Please don't leave. Sorry, I just ripped the bong. You guessed it. I'm Dark Matt Steve. Your little host. Welcome to the stream. Go ahead and rip one too, why don't you? You need to get on my level real quick. Go ahead, do yourself a favor. Take a rip right now. Gotta catch up. This is gonna be my second rip. You got 2-3 rips to do to catch up to me. So, here we are, day 2 of the shit show. Guys, this is getting very interesting. And let me just say, I've never been so proud of myself for truly trying to, we like to have fun, get wild in here. We like a good twerk contest. You know, I like to do a 3-hour edge session where we're just goofing off and draining each other, okay? You guys know I like that, but sometimes I'm proud of the way that we can just get on here, rip the bong, and goof off and just get things correct. It's so fucked up. It's so it's a reality-shattering realization that somehow I'm a better thinker when I'm on here ripping a bong and trying to not take things seriously. That is frightening. That's frightening that we're having more clear thoughts here on this stream, clouded with weed smoke, CBD, THCA, gas station bath salt buds, by the way, completely legal. That's neither here nor there. It's terrifying. The news should be doing a better job of being skeptical. They're not. There's like no mainstream sources that are really being like, do we know that it's this guy? I don't know, guy. Like, let's just be real about what evidence has been released. This is so it's interesting. This has been a crazy run, a crazy ride here. But it's good because I feel like things that we have said have really stood the test of time. Ideas that we've entertained over here on this channel, they've stood the test of time up until 2 days into the preliminary hearing, which is saying quite a lot. I mean, you don't know, guys. I expected, for real, if you're just a rational person and you'd say, how far off, if you're getting your information from a streamer who's just ripping a bong, how far off do you think he would be? Just some random guy. What, did he graduate college? No, he dropped out of college, barely graduated high school. Yeah, in fact, barely graduated high school just because he started ripping the bong back in sophomore year and dropping acid senior year. Barely graduated, okay? And you're going to get your information from him on his stream while he continues to rip the bong. All right? You're going to say, you say to yourself, we'll probably be pretty far off from the truth. In fact, the unhinged stuff this person says is not going to make it through. You're going to be able to just completely discredit everything they've said before any kind of hearing even starts. Yet here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Of course, what we're getting into tonight is day 2 of the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing. It's getting weirder, guys. It's getting interesting. I'll show you a few things that I've got saved. So there's quite a few new points of detail. We're not going to try to watch, skip around. We're going to go through clips tonight that I have saved. And I think I'm going to try to squeeze in here and there, squeeze in some of the hearing from today through tonight after I get off and yesterday, just to make sure that there's no details that other people may have missed. Because, guys, all these clips that are going around, it's just other people that are watching the shit. Unfortunately, fortunately, I have a job, and unfortunately, that means that I can't sit through 8 hours of a live streamed trial on the internet. And I would actually like to. I am weird enough that I would enjoy doing that and sitting and taking notes and stuff. But unfortunately, I can't. So yeah, it would be nice to be able to take the time and go through and listen and make sure there's stuff that other people didn't miss or whatever, even though it seems like people are really day 2. I'm seeing a lot more people that are going through the trouble themselves of watching it themselves and trying to pick up on details and point things out that they think are significant. I'm seeing a lot more of that. And I think it's because yesterday was actually fairly interesting in terms of doing that. What did we find? What's some of the things yesterday? It got interesting because, number one, what we find out, that the cop that testified yesterday said that his badge cam mysteriously just died. Okay, and I saved some videos of other officers and stuff talking about this. Guys, badge cams, can we talk about this for a second, guys? Badge cams dying. We didn't really harp on this last night, but badge cams dying, I don't know how common that is, but can we consider for just a moment how many goddamn badge cam videos we watch on this channel that we review and talk about? And even ones that you've seen other places. When do you ever see a badge cam just end because the battery died? And let me restate what the officer said. I don't know, maybe I think the battery died, something like that. When the fuck does that happen? Sometimes the audio will be redacted or something like that. Or it'll like skip to a different part because they edited personal info out when we're watching some bullshit on YouTube. When does a fucking badge cam ever just die? What are you using a badge cam? First off, it was early in the day. Did this cop just grab a dead badge cam? How is it? It's like it was noon when this happened. It's not like this happened at 9 o'clock and he's been on the clock since 8 in the morning. Like I don't know, guys. That's interesting. Some other stuff we found out. What was that? Yesterday we found out there were other bullets that were found on other rooftops. Okay? Do we have a whole background of how those bullets got there? Do we have the security footage and going over that released and showing other people who dropped the bullet on top of that rooftop? No, of course we don't. It's just not even no one gives a fuck. And other thing that we found out yesterday is that the police officer testified saying that, and this goes with our concern about someone else messing with the crime scene, contaminating it. We know that someone came to
Remember, Parrington or somebody, Barrington something, Bernstein Bears, some guy, Parrington. I don't remember the guy. I have a screenshot somewhere. A guy got arrested for being inside of the crime scene the day after it happened. I mean, we talked about this on here, but I don't think we've right now, I think if you give a fuck about discussing this, it's important to hit home how bad the quality of evidence is for a lot of this stuff. And this is a problem that the crime scene was crossed by a random person dressed up as Bill Nye. A guy with a white lab coat was detained for being inside of the crime scene and just being a random guy dressed as Bill Nye inside of the crime scene the day after it happened. There's that problem. Number 2, we've got bullets on other rooftops. And then yesterday we also heard that the officer testified that they never even checked the security to see if someone else had been on the rooftop between the moment that the Tyler Robinson looking person was up there and the moment the police finally got on the rooftop, right?
So that means someone else could have gone up there, moved stuff around in the gravel to make it look like someone was laying there, could have fucking left the screwdriver up there. Whatever the case is, they didn't even check this off. At least this officer is testifying that they never even looked at the security footage to see if someone else had been on the roof from the moment the person jumped off that possibly took the shot, and then the moment that came several minutes, if not an hour later. I forget what the timeline is exactly, but they didn't go to that roof until a little bit later because they thought they had the shooter on the ground, the crazy old guy yelling about stuff, okay? So for a significant amount of time, the person had jumped off the rooftop, and then the police, it's a significant amount of time before they even get up on the rooftop, and the security footage from that time frame where there's no one up there with the crime scene secured and no one knows what the fuck's going on up there, they never even checked it. So there's like people now that these revelations have come out from day one, there's more and more people paying attention, it looks like. So anyway, let me get to the chat. I'll get you all up on the page here. Hold on. Pull it out. Where are we at tonight? Facebook, for some reason, I don't know. Boomers, please smash the like. Come join us on YouTube. If you need help setting up a YouTube account, we'll help you. Just get in the chat, okay? And then also we're on Facebook. Facebook, YouTube, and then Twitter, also known as X, if you're autistic and addicted to ketamine. Wherever you're at, get up in my chat. I got y'all in one spot here. Kenny Powers up in here. What's up, Kenny? Thank God I got a mod up in here. Johnny Z, Hutch is up in here. What's up, guys? Thank you all for coming. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Promo's up in here. Johnny Z, what's up, guys? Maddie P's up in here. The Maddiest of P's. Lit Hits up in here. What's up? That's my dude. What's up, Hutch? Sniz is in the chiz, too. Hutch and Sniz up in here. Thuggish, how's it going? Scott Starbird. What's up, gentlemen? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, great scream. Great scream. Great scream during your great stream, Scott. Yeah, if you're not subbed to Scott Starbird already, hop over there. You're missing out. We got a whole lineup for the whole goddamn day. Carly's up in here. What's up, Carly? I'm a Dan fan too. I was up in the Bubba Army comment section defending Dan from the show yesterday. Someone went in the comments and said he sucked. I was like, oh, come on. Shut up. Dan is great on the radio. I don't see it. It is like, it's crazy. He like, I understand he there's some people he rubs the wrong way. He doesn't like suck on the radio. I get if you don't like him or something, but he doesn't suck. I like, some people don't like Babyface. I think Babyface is funny as fuck. I think Dan is really funny too, and he's super, super informative, and people just want to be dicks sometimes. But I understand. I know there's some people that got heat with Dan, so you know what? We'll leave it at that. Butter Knives up in here. What's up, Butter? The math shouldn't add up. You're using subtraction to do geometry. True. Wait, what are we talking about? Okay. I can't do Fed slop math. Fed slop math is like Terrence Howard math. 1 × 1 = 2 kind of stuff. Brain rot stuff. Fed slop brain rot. Juggalette Jen's up in here. Whoop, whoop. Juggalette Jen is actually the only juggalo that I like. I'm playing Juggalette Jen. I don't have a problem with juggalos, for real. I don't. I used to be up with the clown. I wasn't quite down with the clown, but I was up with him. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I hit the bong too many times, guys. Truth's up in here. What's up, Truth? Welcome, welcome. I'm up with the clown. Guys, what am I even saying? Cameras fail sometimes. You know what? Good point. Good point. This point right here completely disproves any conspiracy from Epstein to the USS Liberty to Charlie Kirk You know, and JFK too. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Good point. And good to have you here. And Brandon O'Neill, I think I have seen you in here before, right? This isn't a new person. That name's familiar. What's up? And thanks for joining us again. Judging by your chat messages, I like you. So stick around, please. Mark Roy's up in here. What's up, bro? Dark Man Steve, what's wrong with the world? OJ was some first court TV. Guys, the Tyler Robinson case. We are Tyler Robinson. We are Tyler Robinson. This is our OJ, the conspiracy people. This is our OJ case, okay? We don't care if he was part of it. We hope he gets off because we know that it wasn't just him and that the FBI is lying, okay? So even though we know his hands are dirty, but most likely, I hope he gets away with this. Ha! I actually do. I'm not even kidding. This is our OJ. We know something's up. Don't play with me, Cash Patel. You got the wrong one, buddy. Fat Pig's up in here. What's up, Fat Pig? Your pigness. Good to see you. Good to lay eyes on you. Eatmore's up in here. What's up, bro? Up on the rooftop. Click, click, click. Oh. Bubba Clem watching on Facebook, huh? He might be. Bubba, what's up, Bubba? I love you, Bubba Clem. I really do. I'm sorry we've had heat. I do love you. I'm sorry how things had turned out. Hopefully we can work it out. White Ice Tea's up in here. What's up, White Ice Tea? Bob Coke Can Cannabis Cookie Cook is up in the chat. What's up, gentlemen? Welcome. All right, I'm about caught up with the chat. I'm just trying to say hello to everybody getting in. I'm glad to see a lot of you up in here. So we're Funny Face up in here. We're about to get wild. This is actually pretty interesting. Some of the stuff I got saved here. Some fair points I think I have to make with what we got saved here. Okay, I'm caught up. So let me do this. Okay. Terrence Howard just discovered the centrifugal force of Mars's vectors. You know what? I support it. I take back everything I said about him. He's definitely not a weird scammer that likes to just talk and sound confusing to other people because it makes them feel smarter. Okay. Let me get this up here. Sorry about the I was literally prepping and saving stuff and trying to move things around up until the last second before I hopped on. So let's go here. Oh, and of course we got problems now. We got Instagram problems. They know I'm streaming and they know I'm about to drop all of the knowledge and blow this case wide open, so they're giving me problems. Oh my God, Twitter is too. Guys, what's going on? Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm getting hacked. I'm not even kidding. Something's going on. Okay, no, that loaded. Let's take a look at Alex Jones's. I'm going to pull this up. This is Alex Jones ranting about the Kirk case. I have not heard this. I don't know what he got. There may be some points of contention here where I disagree with him. I don't know. Let's take a look at what he says about this. While he's talking, I'm going to get some of the rest of this stuff up and ready. Okay. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's up with that. Instagram's fucking around.
Or now you're being paid by Qatar to say this. I just go where the facts are.
Okay, hold on one second. We're gonna refresh this.
covered up, or now you're being paid by Qatar to say this. I just go where the facts are. And now I interviewed, and we've played the clips as well, of the contractor that was hired and paid by the governor and by the FBI to hurry up in the next 3 days after Charlie was poorly killed, scoop up all the concrete down a couple feet and refill it where Charlie got shot. Why would you do that?
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I think I do have this saved. But there is a video. This is one of the guys that works for this company that did the paving stones there at the spot where Charlie got assassinated, okay? This guy, there's a clip of him, and I think it's real because I haven't seen it debunked or anything. But this is a guy that works for this paving company or owns it or something, and he claims that the governor and the authorities, he stumbles through his words explaining this, but basically they were told to rush this project and to get it done by the time they had it done. We were all under the impression, it was a thing going around that everybody was spreading that, UVU had that construction planned months in advance, okay, for that little spot. And you know what? UVU isn't going to let some silly the biggest historical assassination in history, some silly assassination like that, ruin their plans to lay down a few paving stones, okay? No, they had to do it exactly when they do it because they had it planned for so long. Well, that's not true according to the people that work for this company that said that they were rushed by the governor and the authorities. Guys, you can't make this shit up. This is what I'm saying, that I'm so happy that we have actually, like, we are where we are. I could have totally been like, oh, guys, I don't know. He's a trans furry. What? Yeah, he's definitely him, guys. No question. Why even look into anything else, right? It makes so much sense. We could have done that. I probably could have gotten some good subscribers out of that. Okay? But we stuck to our guns, and here we are, and it's all just still not making sense. It's all it really is as crazy as it appeared to be as it was unfolding. And here we are. Then finally we have a clip of the guy that worked for this company saying that, oh yeah, no, we were told to rush that.
And then a 30-06 goes in the neck and doesn't go through the body. They say it's a neck of steel. I mean, just give me a break, folks. 150 yards, 30-06, give me a break. So I don't know if he's still alive. I just know the official story doesn't add up. And I look at the footage and I look at all the stuff going on, and it does look like there's a squib or something. You know, my Navy SEAL buddy, 7 years in, all the tours of duty, Navy SEAL trainer, honorary discharge, great guy, Sean Johnson. A week into it, he goes, me and all my SEAL buddies in Army Special Ops, we think it was like a stunt deal and it's fake. Where's all the blood? The crew doesn't look upset. Why do they run and grab all the cameras? And I mean, that's what they thought. And I said, well, I'm not going there yet. And that was early September. I mean, he got killed the 10th, like early into him being killed mid-September. So when I saw Jesse on Fire saying that, I'm like, hey, I want to get you on about a whole bunch of issues. He said, hey, can I cover this? And I said, yeah, I think it's important. So not everybody, a bunch of people are attacking me. He was on a few weeks ago. And then today, how dare you? You need to shut your mouth. You need to, hey, listen, respond to the official story, respond to the big holes in it, respond to all the things I just laid out, and debunk that. Okay? And I legitimately don't think TPUSA killed him. I know those people. I know some pretty well. It did not happen. And all the BS that they're connected to Intel and all the other stuff, none of that ever came out. So I just don't believe that. I don't see that. But then I see a story of what happened. It doesn't fit. So all that makes sense is he's alive. And I'm not saying he's alive. But it's a free country. We need to grow a thick skin. He's a major public figure. And it's hurt TPUSA and the Republicans that a lot of people think that basically Trump and the Israelis killed him. And who knows? He might have actually been killed. It's just really weird. And 30-06 bullets don't go through your throat, and they just tore up all the concrete and took it away for no reason. And Castro said, "Don't look at foreign governments for no reason." Come on. I mean, maybe he is dead. Okay, but none of it makes sense.
So Alex seems to be going off into the direction of wondering if Kirk is even if he even got off there. That's wild. The people that think that he's still alive, I wouldn't say that that's completely impossible, but I don't think that. I mean, the majority of the people that think he's still alive say that it was a hologram and stuff. I mean, it's just no. I don't buy it. It definitely looked like a guy dying right in front of everybody. That's definitely what that looked like. Is he still ranting, or was this over?
And then the ChatGPT confession of Tyler Robinson and the family saying it's not really true what you hear in the news. I mean, it doesn't add up, folks.
Yeah, the fucking family too, bro. Remember, we got the audio of the grandparents saying that Tyler Robinson got set up and that he didn't do it.
So here's the thing. I don't know what happened, but we know the official story is bullshit. Following covered up or now.
Okay, so I got a few of these pulled up here. Let's look at what we got here. So I wanted to show this because this is what's going around. I'm seeing this. You can go anywhere on Twitter and there are 1 million, no less than 1 million fucking, I hate to put it. I'm not trying to be politically divisive here, but it's all MAGA people. And I'm not saying all like Trump supporters are retarded, but these are like retard MAGA people. I'm specifically saying not all MAGA people are retarded. I'm saying these are the retarded ones that are going around and saying this. Now let's go through this. It's crazy, guys, because this is why I've tried to maybe over explain. Okay. Why we do and don't know certain things based on what evidence we're seeing. I feel like I over explain it sometimes, but this is why I do it, is because we run into situations like this, which was similar to the Renee Good and Alex Preddy stuff, where we're all looking at the same videos of the trial. Probably some people aren't really watching it and aren't paying as much attention or whatever, but we're all looking at the same stuff. And you will see these people jump on Twitter and they are putting out, and I don't know why it's so important. If you guys have all the evidence in the world, the prosecutors, and it's an easy conviction, I don't know why they need to hammer it home into the zeitgeist, into the potential jury pool that, oh, this is a slam dunk, Tyler Robinson's guilty, and here's why, because this evidence, we have this and this and this. You don't have this. We don't have this, guys. So let's go through it, okay? Because you're going to keep seeing this on Twitter, and I'm going to give you the ammunition to go, yeah, that's retarded. And you're going to be able to back it up when they reply to you. You're going to be able to say, yeah, this is retarded because of this. So listen, Joe Redden and every other retard that's posting this is what we got here. So now we've seen in open court, ... video of Tyler arriving, video of Tyler walking with a rifle in his pant leg, video of Tyler going to the shooting, video of Tyler pulling, video of Tyler aiming and shooting, video of Tyler lowering him, video of Tyler running. None of this is proven. None of this is proven. This is all bullshit. What they've shown is videos in court of a guy arriving, a guy walking with a rifle possibly in his pants, a guy going to the shooting location, a guy pulling out the rifle. It's grainy footage of an unverified person walking around doing the things this person is describing. At no point in this preliminary trial have they legally or just logically proved that that is Tyler. This is bullshit. This is people who are actually trying to muddy the waters. Well, not I'm being too kind there. Muddy the waters would be nice. This is just straight up tainting the jury pool by saying bullshit claims about this trial. Now, luckily, and it's funny because lately I haven't seen Ian popping up too much on my algos, and I wondered what happened to him, and I was going to go check on him, but I just happened to see this post, and Ian replied. So let's take a look at what we got here. Hey, bud, kindly show me a screenshot of Tyler Robinson taking the shot. Oh, you can't? Yeah, because that's not what the video showed at all. It showed an unidentified individual walking around. Exactly. Why is it the schizo people that have to be logical? Huh? Why is it us? Why do we have this burden as the schizos to be the logical ones, to be the adults? What? I didn't want this responsibility. I just wanted to stream and have fun and literally talk shit and just have fun. Here I am having to think better than the rest of the retards on Twitter. That's a big burden for me. I don't want it. Here I am having to think better than the MSM. They're going to pretend that everything's just going fine with the trial. There's nothing weird about it at all. Yeah, because that's not what the video showed. On the roof, it showed a tiny whiff of pixels blowing in the breeze. Prosecution explicitly said the video did not show the shot. So yeah, let's go to a few others here. Where should we go next? Let me take a look. Okay, we talked about let's take a look at this. We talked about paving over the crime scene. Let's hop over to this. I'll get rid of that retarded post I just showed you. Literally just showed you that so you could see that it's retarded. So let's move on. Okay. Dark Match Steve just wants to be a mild-mannered streamer, Kenny. It's true. It's true. Look what they bring out of me. Look what they do to me. Whiff of pixels? Yeah, we'll talk about it. No, this is the thing is, guys, so this is what we're talking about. The rooftop. I told you guys this from the get-go. Guys, this is what I'm saying. We've been right. We've been right this whole time. I've been telling you. The rooftop video that shows a person running across the roof and jumping down, that famous video, that video is edited, ladies and gentlemen. That video, the full-length version, includes the moment when the shot is taken. Why did they not release that? There's a reason they did not release that. That video doesn't prove or disprove whether that's Tyler or not. That it has no bearing on the outcome of the case in terms of whether Tyler took the shot or not. The rooftop video has an outcome of the case on the case as to whether people think a shot was taken from up there. That is the problem. They don't want to release that. They have not released that yet. But as far as I know, they haven't released that yet. But the prosecution, this is the thing. The prosecution confirmed that there is no moment where the shot is visible on video. The shot being taken is not recorded on video, according to the prosecution. Yet, they have the rooftop video, which shows the person on the roof that they supposedly took the shot from, and they just edited out the moment where the shot was taken. They still have it. It's not like it's disappeared. So what does that mean? That means the rooftop video does not show a shot. They don't have a shot on video. They said this. Yet they have the video of the rooftop where the shot was taken, and they have the moment the shot was taken on video. They just haven't shown us. So does this mean the shot wasn't taken from up there or a shot? No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the video that they have at least is not definitive proof of that happening and is not going to help them to prosecute. They may not even show that moment. I don't even know. They may literally just be using the rooftop video to try to connect Tyler to that and have his DNA on the edge of the roof and just convince the jury that the shot came from up there, regardless of seeing the clip or not. I have no idea what their plan is, guys. It makes no sense. It does not make sense. Here we are, and it still does not make sense. Crazy, guys. Like, I'm actually stunned. So let's go. Wait, did I? Yeah, we're over here. Okay. So let's take a look at this. We were already talking about the paving, so let's take a look at this. Defense: were you involved in the decision to pave over the crime scene? Agent Hall: no. Defense: did you know that happened? Hall: only because it was in the news. Guys, what is going on? Don't let anyone convince you that this is normal, because this is not normal. The crime scene, you're telling me the agent in charge of the crime scene, agent leading the entire investigation, didn't even know that the crime scene was paved over. Do you guys know that the defense didn't even know that happened until the actual exchange of info during the trial actually started? Not this preliminary hearing. It was earlier when they had court appearances and stuff. The defense didn't even know that the crime scene was paved over, and they were shocked to hear that. Don't let people tell you, oh, murder investigations just, they happen in 24 hours. It doesn't matter if it was paved over a couple days later. They had already looked there. No, guys. This isn't a cut and dry thing where two fucking bums stab each other in the middle of the street. They pick the bodies up and go, yeah, they're two fucking crackheads, okay. And then the streets open and everything keeps... No. This is Charlie fucking Kirk that got murdered in front of 1,000 little kids, okay? And we're doing this. We're letting people get into the crime scene the next day, and then a couple days later, we're just paving it over.
I want to go back, if I can, to the scene itself, the preservation of the actual scene where Mr. Kirk passed. Did you all have canine dogs at any point that sniffed that area?
I don't know specifically that area, but I do know that canines were present, or a canine was present on the day.
But you don't know what task the canine was given?
My understanding was that it may have been used in an effort to track an individual that had jumped off the roof, but I don't know for certain.
And obviously that didn't produce any results, or we would have heard about that, right?
Yeah, not that I was made aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the reason she's asking this is because they did not have bomb-sniffing dogs go over and sniff the area where Charlie Kirk was taken out at. And of course, that would prove whether or not there was some kind of explosive involved. And this is one thing too. I saved a video somewhere with somebody talking about it. These materials that are in explosives like that, it stays in the ground for a long time, according to some random person I saw talking about it, and I believe him. And this makes sense, guys, why they would rip up all of the... it's like a foot down or something that they took 10 inches of sod that they removed and put paving stones.
Do you know when the tent and the stuff was actually removed from the scene?
I don't. I would imagine it had been at least a couple of days, if not longer than that, before anything was removed from the scene.
You didn't have to give permission to remove the tent?
Me, personally?
Right.
No.
So you're not sure when it was removed?
No.
And were you involved in the decision to pave over the dirt that was under the tent?
At UVU?
Uh-huh.
No.
Did you know that happened?
Only because it was in the news.
All right. But you don't know when or who ordered that?
Nope.
Okay, so let me find. I'm gonna look. I will get you. I'll get you over to the next thing, but I'm gonna look for this video where I don't know the easier, like an easier way to just find the video by itself, but I have the video of that guy that worked for the company. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Hold on a second. The guy that worked for that company that claimed they were rushed to complete the project. Okay, I think I found it. So let's go over to this real quick. Let me see. Sarah Holcomb. This bitch is she's pretty funny, and she covers conspiracy type of stuff. We've played her stuff on here before. For sure, you need to be following this chick. So let's take a look at this, because I think the clip is in here, guys. Let's take a look at this.
First day of the preliminary trial, and Tyler Robinson was laughing in court as Erica wept. He's not allowed to smile almost a year later when Erica Kirk was smiling a lot.
By the way, that picture that they showed of Tyler laughing and giggling there, that picture is from months ago. That's not from yesterday. Moving on.
Like days later. But he's guilty of sin. The judge says they're going for the death penalty, and a former officer found a sniper pad on the roof. Yeah, he said that, but there was no sniper pad produced. Also, that was a campus police officer, not like an actual officer. You have to read the article. That's kind of like a mall cop. Whatever. We saw the judge reacting to the graphic video. Whether you like her or not, Candace Owens has done quite extensive research, more than we've ever seen anyone else doing, actually, and it's quite obvious Tyler Robinson did not kill this guy. So is any of that evidence going to be submitted to court, do you think? Leave it to the FBI. I think they know what they're doing more than Candace Owens. The same FBI that ordered the immediate excavation of where Charlie was shot. Because
okay, contractor hired to pave over Charlie Kirk murder scene reveals FBI and governor ordered immediate excavation. Ladies and gentlemen, need I say more? Need I steal more content from other people? Need I? Okay, do we get the picture?
right here on this government website about an entirely different topic, it says that explosive material sticks to soil in a way that is recalcitrant to biodegradation. That means that it doesn't ever disappear from the soil. You would have to excavate it. The campus said paving this area had been planned for a long time. Let's see what the contractor who did the work has to say about that.
And the other guy was the maintenance groundskeeper on a facility in Provo. And these are the two guys I'm corresponding with. The first guy, the second guy that I hadn't talked to on the phone basically said, hey, look, we're not talking to anybody. We're not saying anything to the media. He says this is above our pay grade. The FBI and the state, the governor and the FBI, that's what they told me. The governor and the FBI said they want this done by Monday, and we need to get it done. We're not.
Whatever, Tyler's guilty. First day of the preliminary.
I mean, guys, is this a clown show or is it a clown show? Those are only two options. Clown show or clown show. You pick. It's the illusion of choice, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let me see where we're going to next. Okay. So listen to this clip, guys. And this is what this is Lionel Media, by the way. This is the guy that Bubba the Love Sponge actually used to have sort of as a replacement for Tucker Carlson. Like when Bubba and Tucker kind of, I won't say they didn't really have beef, but when they had falling out or disconnect or whatever the fuck you'd call it, Lionel was calling in for a little bit and taking part of it. But Bubba should build this bridge back for realsies. You should tell him. Yeah, we don't take calls like we used to like that. You guys remember what happened with Lionel? Who of the Bubba Army up in the chat? Do you guys remember Lionel and what happened? You guys remember that? Does anybody else remember Lionel Media that used to call into Bubba's show and talk about conspiracy stuff? Do you guys remember that? Anybody? Because yeah, what if you don't remember, Lionel used to call in with all this shit, and then Bubba had one time he had Lionel on the phone talking about something, and then Bubba had a caller that called into the show and wanted to like debate Lionel on some stuff, and he was being like disrespectful. And Lionel got fucking pissed off. I don't even think it was Bubba's fault. It was some asshole that fucking called in. And Bob Cook, you remember Lionel? Yeah. The guy's pretty based. I wish Bubba and him could. They should try to fix things for reals. Lionel got all mad. He did. He really did get mad. He crashed out before crashing out was a thing. He really did. It wasn't, and the caller wasn't even like that unhinged. It wasn't like fucking LH or something. It was just like a regular person that was kind of like, no, I think that's bullshit. And Lionel is like, Bubba, hang up on this guy. Bubba kind of let the guy stay on the phone. I don't know. It was something like that. It wasn't that bad, and Lionel flipped out. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this. So this is an intriguing clip here from what happened today. So Lionel says, do you believe that, or this is a quote from this clip we're about to see here. This is a 6-minute clip, though, which is good. We get to see it unfold. So says, do you believe this is Mr. Robinson? The person replies, yes, I do. Then they ask why. And the person replies, he's wearing the same shoes. And the person said, who's wearing the same shoes? The guy who looks like Tyler Robinson. The guy I'm telling you is Tyler Robinson. Understand? Oh, yes, right. My bad. No, so what the point he's making here is he's saying, well, let's go to the clip, but if I'm not mistaken, this is what the problem is. The guy is saying that's a clip of Tyler Robinson. When they look at a video and there's like, yeah, this is Mr. Robinson leaving the campus. This is him coming back, da. And they go, how do you know it's him? And they're like, well, the shoes match. The shoes match from what? And if I'm not mistaken, he's saying the shoes from one clip match the shoes from a different clip, but neither clip has been verified to be Tyler Robinson, right? Or am I completely off here? I guys, we're gonna take a look. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, that is as retarded as what we're actually dealing with here. This is like it's circular logic where you go, this clip is Tyler Robinson, and they play you another clip, and you go, that's Tyler Robinson too. And they're like, how do you know this clip is Tyler Robinson? Because he has the same shoes as the guy in the last clip. How do you know the guy in the last clip is Tyler Robinson? Because he has the same shoes as the guy in the other clip. What the fuck are we even doing?
The same way that he did previously on foot.
And this takes just a moment. And why, well, let me ask you this. You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
The shoes are the same, and the images that we have are from my viewing and seeing Mr. Robinson on the video, it's the same person.
He's noticeably wearing different clothing.
He is wearing different clothing, and he also is walking with a gait or a limp in this video.
With a gait or what?
A limp.
So guys, would it not be intriguing if the limp switched sides? If someone was paying attention and noticed that the limp switches sides without there being any footage or any proof of him pulling a whole goddamn rifle out of his pants and switching it to the other pant leg. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Now, what do we see?
So it's Mr. Robinson coming up the stairs of the parking structure.
Stick around. That might be a little foreshadowing I just gave you there, guys. Stick around.
Again, he seems to be having issues walking.
Kenny, exactly. Yeah, Kenny gets it. The person is walking. Tyler Robinson has legs. Ergo. Oh, fuck.
And again, we're able to track. We're able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking structure.
Yes, we were able to.
Okay. So,
Uh-oh, guys, did you notice that? Uh-oh. Did you notice that? What leg was limping in this clip? Guys, what leg was he dragging in this last clip here? That looked like the left leg. Let's take a look at this again.
when he leaves this parking structure.
Yes, we were able.
See how the left leg is staying straight in this clip? That's funny because I thought this other clip showed him limping with the right leg. Ha! Weird! So weird!
Stairs of the parking structure.
Yup. He's limping on the right leg in this clip.
Again, he seems to be having issues walking.
Limping with the right. He's keeping the right leg more stiff. Notice that. As we go to the next clip.
And again, we're able to track. We're able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking.
Uh-oh, here we go, guys. Look at this leg. The right leg is magically bending now, and the left leg is suddenly been cursed with the stiff bones.
Structure.
Yes, we were able to.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so there's that. Cool. Looks like everything's on the up and up.
So when he leaves the parking structure, where does he go?
He comes up around Campus Drive, as you can see on the video here. There is a cut through there north of the Losi building, and that's Mr. Robinson coming up the sidewalk. He has the noticeable gait or limp in his walk. And then he moves south across the front of the Losi building.
On the sidewalk?
Yes, correct.
Bitch, where?
He would be the rear of the two individuals in this particular video.
So right now, if you were to break this picture into quadrants, where would he be?
He would be in the top left quadrant, walking to the left of the image.
Now what do we see?
This is an image looking across the parking lot to the Losi building, and Mr. Robinson is appearing on the exterior staircase, which gives access to the Losi building roof and the area where the railing was.
And again, let's break that image into quadrants. Where would he be located if you broke it into quadrants?
It's in the top right, and the individual can be seen moving under the notations that are on the video.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. So remember, a fucking an absolute fed slop gulping smooth-brained fuckwad is going to repost this video and say that this is proof that Tyler did this, and this is proof that Candace Owens is retarded. And that, when you see that right there, unfortunately for these people, that is like a badge. That's like a blue check mark on their Twitter account, but instead of verifying that, it's like a verification badge, it verifies that they're retarded. Okay? So that's when you see that on Twitter, that's how you go, oh, okay. I didn't know these people are just like, they're basically putting the retard label on their page. It's like adding the Ukrainian flag to your profile pic or something. It's similar to that. You're showing everybody, I'm a big dumb retard. Look at me. That's how that works.
And what time is this?
It's just afternoon, about 12:15
On what day?
on September 10th, 2025.
He said December. Case closed. Throw this whole thing out, Judge. Tiff Wash is up in here. What's up, Tiff? Welcome. Good to see you.
What just happened, or what did we just see happen?
The individual actually kind of rolls over the railing onto the roof of the Losi building.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
And again, in the top left corner, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the Losi building to what would be the southwest corner of the building, crouching down and then crawling to the corner of the building.
And this is at what time?
Around 12:23. I think the timestamp on the video is 12:22.
On the 10th.
On September 10th, yes,
So
2025.
we're clear. This is the roof of the Losi building.
Correct.
Okay, guys. So this is the footage that they have been keeping from us right here. This is the stuff that they hadn't released yet. We all saw the footage of the guy running across the rooftop and jumping off. This no one has seen.
Can you still see that individual?
Yes.
Ironically, still no one has seen this because you can't tell what's going on in this. And it's amazing that they're going to use this as evidence. Incredible.
You can, laying prone.
You believe this to be Mr. Robinson?
I'm sorry?
You believe this to be Mr. Robinson?
I do, yes.
And how long is he out there on the edge of the building?
Just until the reported shot was fired at 12:23 and 28. The individual then stands up and then moves across the building to the north.
Is that what we're seeing happening right now?
It is, yes. They move behind the atrium area on the rooftop to the northeast corner where the white triangle is.
Do you see Mr. Robinson now?
I do, yes. He's just arriving at the corner of the building, almost the top center of the image.
What are we seeing now?
And Mr. Robinson lowering and jumping off of the roof of the Losi building onto the grass area, and then moving away towards Campus Drive.
Bro, this is crazy. He keeps saying it's Mr. Robinson doing this, Mr. Robinson doing that. And this is just very interesting. Why is this interesting? This is going to come up in a minute, guys. Why it's interesting that they're so sure that this is Tyler Robinson. When we get into what other DNA was found on the evidence. We're going to get into that in a minute, guys.
He appears to be carrying some kind of an object in his hand at this time.
And this is the footage everybody's seen. He jumps off, goes this way.
So he's approaching,
Campus Drive.
and again, broken into quadrants. Where is he currently?
Be in the top right quadrant.
And the time?
It's 12:24 and 42 on the timestamp.
What do we see now?
He then crosses Campus Drive and drops down into the wooded area on the far side of Campus Drive.
And that is located in what part of the video? What quadrant?
It would have been just off center on the top left side.
Interesting. So let's hop over here, guys. So again, why is it important? Why are we harping on? Do I know who Tyler Robinson is? Do I give a fuck if some crazy furry did this? Like I'm stopping the person who did this from going to jail? No. Is that what I'm trying to do? No. We're actually trying to get at the truth here. So why do we keep questioning, guys? Why do we keep harping on this? Well, things have officially gotten interesting. Okay? Lance Twiggs DNA found on all the stuff too. What do we do with this, guys? What do we do? What do we do? We're trying to be logical here, okay? Because this where you're going to notice here, this has been what they have been, all these retards on Twitter that have been saying, we know Tyler did it, okay? It's so obvious, guys. The DNA. We got the DNA. It's open and shut case. Oops, you have an open and shut case on Lance Twiggs now, too, don't you? Don't you? Uh-oh, we have the same evidence that you had for Tyler Robinson, you have for Lance Twiggs. Uh-oh. This isn't a problem for me. This is a problem for your retard slop theory, your Fed slop theory. This is a problem for you, not me. Holy shit. DNA testing on the screwdriver on the Lucy Center and towel wrapped around the rifle located in the woods near UVU campus were confirmed to match Tyler Robinson's and Lance Twiggs' DNA. Twiggs may testify on behalf of the state with an offer of limited immunity. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. I could have never foreseen that possibly someone else's DNA could have been on this stuff, and that the DNA, Tyler's DNA, being on the rifle and the towel and the screwdriver doesn't prove he did it. It's almost like I've said this every single night we've covered this case. Weird. Sometimes a stop clock is right twice, right, guys? Sometimes a crackhead says something intelligible. I guess that's what we got going on here. I'm the crackhead.
And Kimberly, if you'll scroll down to still on page 1, where the screen will show items 7 and 8. Sergeant Falmuina, do you see the lines that say item 7? That line?
Yes.
And
Kirk's up in here. What's up, Kirk? Good to see you. General Hospital rejects the script. What are you talking about? All My Children's storylines much more believable. Yeah. Cat in the Hat, more believable.
will you read that
Goodnight Moon, more believable.
portion of the report
Bernstein Bears, more believable.
that describes what item 7 is?
Item 7, towel from around Mauser rifle, serial number 8863.
And there's also some other identification numbers. Is that the towel that you found with the rifle that day?
Yes, it
On
is.
September 10th?
Yes.
Item 8, will you read what that says is a description of item 8?
Item 8, screwdriver from perch.
And is that the screwdriver that you described that was collected from the rooftop?
Yes.
Okay. If we can go to page 3 of 6, please. Will you, item 7, sub 1, will you please read the result there from the title item 7 until the word contributors?
We have the analysts here who can describe it. Not sure this is going to be having you read from the report.
And would you mind repeating that, but with the microphone? I want to make sure that the record picks up your objection. Either way, one comment.
The objection is that her reading to the court what's in the report is cumulative, since we have the analyst here who will be testifying to what the report says and what it means. So we've got the reporting evidence. We don't need this witness reading the report to the court. So it's a 403 cumulative objection.
Mr. McBride, please respond.
I want to draw your attention, Your Honor, to the relevant results that will be discussed by the other expert, as well as the
This is a what's going on?
Results of the items we
Why is this stuck at 2x speed? What the fuck did I do?
discussed. The towel.
Oh, someone else is already playing this at 2x speed? Is that what's happening?
And the screwdriver. That's all.
All right, the court will overrule the objection and allow a brief overview of it, not going line by line, page by page. So if it is brief, I'll allow that.
Thank you. So if you'll read item 7.1 to the word contributors at the top of that page, if you will.
Yes. Male DNA was obtained from item 7 sub 1. Item 7 sub 1 was interpreted as originating from two individuals, one of whom is Twiggs. The DNA results from item 7 sub 1 and are 1.7 octillion times more likely if Twiggs and T. Robinson are contributors than if Twiggs and an unknown, unrelated person are contributors.
Thank you.
So right there we have it. Those items had Lance Twiggs' DNA and Tyler Robinson's DNA on it. So the DNA evidence does not prove who took the shot. Now, this is this is vindicating. This is like I honestly, guys, did not expect. Truly, I was thinking in my in my head, I have to leave space for the opportunity, for the option that I might actually be way off here, and they just have a mountain of evidence that they're not showing us. And it's completely conclusive. And I'm just a retarded streamer that's looking at crazy stuff on the internet and getting confused. Okay, I truly left that open for a possibility. All right, but here we are. I've been harping on how this DNA, Tyler's DNA on the rifle and the screwdriver, doesn't prove that he did it. Every single MAGA person has disagreed with me on Twitter, and But here we are, and Lance's Twiggs DNA is on it. So that this actually, logically, demonstrably proves or brings into dispute the meme that everyone's running around with, that, oh, the DNA on the rifle proves who did it. Well, now there's other people's DNA on the rifle. What do we do? And you have yet to identify who this fucking skinny, tall person is running around with a limp. We're at square zero, not even square one. We're at square zero.
Let's skip down to item 8.1. Do you see that bolded and underlined line there?
Yes.
And this is relating to swabs of the handle area of the screwdriver. Is that right?
Yes.
Will you read those same two paragraphs there? Male DNA ending with contributors.
Male DNA was obtained from item 8 sub 1. Item 8 sub 1 was interpreted as originating from two individuals, one of whom is Twiggs. The DNA results from item 8 sub 1 are 30 quintillion times more likely if Twiggs and T. Robinson are contributors than if Twiggs and an unknown, unrelated person are contributors.
Okay, thank you. A couple of foundational questions before we finish for now. First off, do you know who Twiggs is?
Yes.
Who is Twiggs?
Twiggs is Lance Twiggs. He was a roommate of Mr. Tyler Robinson.
And do you know if Lance Twiggs' DNA was obtained for comparison in this test?
Yes, it was.
And how was that DNA obtained?
It was obtained by law enforcement officers.
And was that by a buccal swab?
Yes.
What is a buccal swab?
A buccal swab is basically like a Q-tip or a swab that we'll just place in someone's mouth and just scrub the inside of their mouth to obtain the cells.
And then that Q-tip is then packaged and sent to the lab for testing and comparison?
Yes.
And was the defendant, Tyler Robinson's DNA, also collected in the same manner?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Thank you. Nothing else.
Okay. Good stuff. Yinzer's up in here. What's up, Yinzer? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Someone said Rainy. Is Rainy up in here? Rainy's up in here. What's up, Rainy? All the way from Oklahoma. What's up, Rainy? Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Day 2, looking pretty wild. Let's get rid of that. We already went through that and that. Screwdriver saga. So we're definitely going to take a look at this, even though this is from July 7th. Oh, wait, yeah, no, that is today. Okay. Let me see. Do we go to this first? Okay, let's hop over here. I want to see what Stu is saying. This is Stu Peters. Or wait. Sam Parker or Stu Peters? Which one do I got? Sam Parker. Okay, sorry. Okay, the screwdriver saga. On September 11th, let's see. On September 11th, CNN originally reported the screwdriver was found near the rifle. On September 15th, Kash Patel went on national TV and changed the story, saying it was found on the roof and had Tyler Robinson's DNA, thus linking him to the alleged crime scene. September 16th, the indictment of Tyler Robinson omits any mention of the alleged critical piece of evidence. In fact, neither the charging document nor the affidavit of the probable cause mention the screwdriver. The only piece of evidence that could even allegedly connect Tyler to the crime scene was left out of all documents. Yesterday, we found out that Officer Bagley took 21 minutes to get to the Lucy Center roof, and that his body cam died literally as he got there, and captured no footage of anything on the roof. And also, don't forget, it took 21 minutes for him to get up there, and they never checked the security footage, or at least this officer Bagley that testified yesterday explained that they never checked the 21 minutes of footage between when the person jumped off the roof and when the police finally got up on the roof to secure that so-called crime scene. Another person with a badge was with him on the roof, but he didn't know the person and never got a name. You remember that from yesterday? Some other random person with a badge went up on the roof with him. Now, do you remember why is this important, guys? Why is this important? Some random person with a badge. Do you remember what happened? You remember what happened that day that they had people were walking around just videotaping after Kirk was taken away and stuff? You remember the random guy that was standing there with a police badge, and when the guy turned the camera to him, he took it off of his pocket and off of his shirt pocket, displayed, and put it in his pants pocket. You guys remember that? Random people walking around the campus with badges, and the fucking mall cop takes them up on the roof. This is crazy shit. This is actually crazy shit. Hold on, I'm checking with the chat. Brian from Philly's up in here. What's up, Brian? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, sir. Fat Pig, can you stop shouting or send a link? No and no. Why do you want a link, lover? You want to weigh in on this? You want to just call in to tell me you don't give a fuck? Let's do it. Hold on. You are officially invited to Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. Email sent. Get your sweet little piggy butt up here, little piglet. I'm not staying on super late, though. In fact, as soon as you get on here, I'm going to shut it down. I'm just kidding. Come on, lover. Where are we at? Okay, here. So, let's take a look. I guess we're going to play the clips here.
We flexed all resources the FBI had in surge.
Okay.
We flexed all resources the FBI had and surged multiple air assets as soon as this shooting occurred. We were cycling in agents, evidence response technicians, hostage rescue technicians, and special operators in and out of Utah, cycling evidence back and forth on these FBI planes as soon as we could so that there was no delay. And what we did once I got there, along with the deputy on the ground around 5 p.m. local on September 11th, was walk the entire crime scene, including the foots the suspect himself took. And what we learned was there was evidence, DNA evidence that could be collected and had been collected, including a screwdriver that was found on the rooftop. Also, we went over to the scene in the wooded area where the firearm was discarded, and the firearm had a towel wrapped around it. It's important. I'll get back to that later. I even walked into the wooded area in the ravine, so I knew from my investigative experience what I could bring to the table and what decisions I needed to make. And having the support of President Trump and the full support of the White House was what we needed for these resources to happen. And I can report today that the DNA hits from the towel that was wrapped around the firearm and the DNA on the screwdriver are positively processed for the suspect in custody.
Looking at the Tyler Robinson
So-
indictment, and we're
Remember, we assumed, everybody just thought, oh, it's only Tyler's DNA on that. So yeah, we've got our guy. Well, just think, if they had Lance Twiggs in custody at this moment instead of Tyler, they would be saying, Kash Patel would be saying the same thing. He would say, oh, well, the suspect we have, his DNA actually matches DNA found on the rifle and the screwdriver.
we're going to find out that there's nothing about a screwdriver or DNA on a screwdriver. So let's come down here to page 3, and you can see quite clearly. It says right here, it does talk about DNA. DNA consistent with Robinson was found on the rifle's trigger. Okay. After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun. So it's declaring that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk and that DNA was found on the trigger. Later, if we scroll down, we're going to find out that there was also, it says the rifle, ammunition rounds, and towel was sent for forensic testing. DNA consistent with Robinson's was found on the trigger. Other parts of the rifle, the fired cartridge casing, 2 of the 3 unfired cartridges, and the towel. It says nothing about a screwdriver anywhere in the indictment. And to prove this to you, I'm going to do a search. Screw. No search results. Let's do screwdriver. Searching. No matching results. Okay. There's nothing about a screwdriver in the entire indictment. You can go read it yourself. Why did Kash Patel tell us that there was a screwdriver with DNA on it? Are they saving it for the trial? Why is it in the indictment? I would think it would be in the indictment.
September 11th, CNN report. Authorities recovered a screwdriver near the rifle investigators believe was used in yesterday's fatal shooting. So, if we're being, I could go, oh my God, we got you. No, I mean, this is just CNN's reporting. If I were to have heard this straight from Kash Patel's mouth, that would be a little bit more significant. But the fact that CNN reported something wrong, unfortunately, they do that all the time. So that's not really proof of much, but it's something. Okay. Do we even wait? Does the fat pig ain't even in here yet? Pig. Okay. Your pigness. I told him he was officially invited. So do we want to go down this rabbit hole? This is interesting, guys. So one thing that I'm going to be intrigued to find out here, and again, I don't know if Candace Owens has already been calling this a show trial and everything. I mean, we're seeing intriguing information come out. Do I know that he has great attorneys and that they're actually going to defend him properly and show the holes that are in the FBI's story? I don't know that to be true. In fact, there are people that are showing that that's not the case, and I'm not sure. I might be agreeing with them. Oh wait, we got Fat Pig up in here. Hold on a second. Your pigness, what's up? Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How the fuck are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm setting up a Tyler Robinson GoFundMe account. You got a couple of spare dollars?
Oh, let me check my pockets.
We are Tyler Robinson.
I got some Lucky Strikes in the lighter. That's about all I got in my pockets right now.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I hear they're good for prison.
Yeah, Tyler's going to need them. I'm going to send them to him. Because they're going to lock him up unjustly.
Oh no.
I know this trial's really tearing you up. I hate to see you so stressed about this trial.
No, Steve, honestly, I'm heartbroken.
I hate to see you like this. Stop.
Right? It's just, Steve, I just, I don't know what to say. I just, when things like this happen, I just, I don't know what to do. Just please continue on with the show. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get so emotional in your stream.
It's okay. I'll give it to you. That was more believable than anything I've seen Erica Kirk do. So I'll give it to you.
Why do you think I moved to Rumble? I get paid for it.
There you go. Well, someone said DMS something. Oh my God. Hold on. Johnny Z said DMS should do a parody using the song Mrs. Robinson. Dude, that's actually a good idea. Bro, the parody I just sent to Bubba was an idea from chat. Look, listen, Johnny Z did it perfectly too. He gave me the idea for the song and didn't try to put like lyrics up in there. And it's not that Johnny Z could probably come up with good lyrics, but I hate when people give me an idea and then they try to give me lyrics and it throws me off the path. Just give me the idea and I'll I'll pull it out of hyperspace for you, okay? But no, that is a good idea. I really appreciate that, Johnny Z. I'm gonna actually think on that. We're gonna say, Pig?
Nothing. I did play some of your jams on mine last night. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's what you call cross promotion. It's like scissoring. You got to get right in there deep, like nice and deep, like.
I mean,
I quit smoking weed for like a week, Steve, and I just started back up. So I get really stoned when I smoke it. I'm about to smoke a little bit more. So,
I'll join you. I really started the stream. I just I shot out of a cannon. I think it's because I hit this bong.
That's why I wanted to come on, Steve. I'm sorry to cut you short, but that's the whole reason that I came on. Is I hate to see people high stress, and it's happened in my world a lot too. Everybody's just too high strung, and I'm just trying to get everybody to calm down. I'm trying to give more of the Jim Jones, method. Just everyone remain calm. Just drink the Kool-Aid. Do what you're supposed to do.
I like.
Cheers to you, sir.
Oh yeah, cheers. Okay.
Why did you do that?
Just I don't know. I don't just hit the bong right there blatantly on camera like that, even though I'm only smoking legal CBD,
Do you watch the morning high on Peacock 420 that I'm on?
Gas station bath salt buds that I be smoking. It's all legal, and even though it's legal, I don't do it right on there on camera.
This guy.
What are you talking about? The Peacock show?
Hey, Tiffany, how are you, sweetheart?
Yeah, Tiff said tolerance break.
That's another follower. Where to God if it weren't for me.
You know what's a tolerance break for me is if I wait like 2 hours. I'm like, oh damn, this next bong's gonna fucking slap. All right, I'm gonna hit mine too. Fuck it. It's legal.
Oh, this is healthy cough blood.
We are Tyler Robinson. Is that too loud when I do that? Should I do that right into the microphone?
You're perfect. How's my mic? That's what
I'm with Rainey. Tolerance break is for pussies, bro. What the fuck? Just get stronger weed.
I'll be honest with you, Rainey. It wasn't actually a tolerance break. It's because I smoked it. And sometimes when I smoke it, I freak the fuck out if I have a bad reaction. So I'll take a break. And then once I get up enough nerve to smoke it again, then I smoke it. And then it just gets me fucking baked as shit. Oh.
You know what I'll say is If you ever feel like you have I don't like to put things that way because I don't like to tell people to give people advice to do stuff, directives, because I think that's irresponsible. I know pharmaceutical companies will do that, but not me. So anyway, yeah, if I feel like my kiz anabizus tolerance is going up, I just do some mushrooms. And then yeah.
Yeah, Fat Pig can't do those no more. Nope.
I can't imagine why.
I'll tell you why if you want to hear real quick. Long story.
No, I'm good. Let's
Wait,
move on. So
all right,
anyway, Tyler Robinson. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's over. It's over.
I was kidding. Tell me, what were we gonna explain it? We're on the edge of our fucking seats, and I got a butt plug in. Please tell me.
I ate a bunch of fucking mushroom chocolates at a bar. I got locked in a fucking bathroom, which was like 30 seconds. I thought it was eternity. Then I got home. I stood in the rain because I thought it would sober me up. The trees came alive, tried to fucking eat me. The carpets crawled the walls. When I went to take a piss, I became 20 feet tall. The walls turned red. It was like full-blown fucking hallucinations. It was the worst trip that I've ever had in my life.
That's
I
what it's
almost think
supposed
there might
to
have been
do.
acid in it. Right. Okay, great. Did I enjoy it? Well, see, that was the fucked up part. Is the guy that was trying to help me out, he's like, dude, are you okay? You okay? And I'm sitting there saying no, but I couldn't stop laughing. And he goes, oh, you're laughing, bro. You're good. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, I'm fucking dying. Fucking dying, dude. And he's like, oh no, you're laughing. But I couldn't express it because I couldn't stop laughing. So after that experience, I never did again. Please.
No, dude, I won't. For realsies, I don't downplay people having problems or fears or anything with psychedelics, because that's like that is like the most true fear that I have in life is
I won't even do edibles, dude. Sorry, go ahead.
I do edibles. Well, I don't like them that much. It's not that it's too intense. I just don't like them that much. But yeah, mushrooms, I do like. I don't get to do them that often. Really, I don't. I'm not even just, in case there's cops listening, I really don't get to do them that often. But yeah, dude, they terrify me. I mean, it's not when I do them, I'm terrified, but I normally, pretty much every time I do a psychedelic, I have a bad trip to some extent, but I think that's part of what's like helped me to get over depression when I was getting out of high school and I was on antidepressants and stuff like that. And diet changes also, but that didn't come on till later on. But yeah, like if you are in a bad trip and you can just hold the reins and fucking not let go and work through it. If you can do that during a bad trip, then anything life throws at you, you can like maneuver. That's
The
sort of
most
what it
one
feels
of the
like.
most brilliant man that I ever knew, and I would never give his name. He reminded me of Hunter S. Thompson. And when I told him about having bad trips and stuff, and this guy did a lot of fucking drugs. I mean, a lot of fucking drugs. He said, you just got to go with it, bro. He's like, even when you're scared, like you feel like you're falling into the abyss, he said, just fall off that cliff. Just go with it. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Do it. And I was like, I can't, dude. And he's like, well, I feel sorry for you. He's like, when's that guy going to show up with this, that, and the other?
Yeah, dude. So I found this is really funny, but
God
at
rest
this
his soul.
one time I was having really, consistently bad trips when I would take mushrooms, and part of it was my pancreas problem, which I figured out later. When I used to do mushrooms, I would get this weird effect that I'd break out, my whole body would break out into cold sweats, and it was like what it felt during my trip, it was like amniotic fluid is what I perceived it as. And it felt like I was being born again. And this happened multiple times that I'd just be covered in I mean, drenched in sweat. I'm talking like someone threw a bucket of water on me. And it was wild. And I went online looking around, and this is years and years ago, before like you could just ask AI, what could be the problems? And I broke into cold sweats taking mushrooms, and you probably get some crazy answer. But back then I looked around, ended up on these weird forums and stuff. And then I ran into someone, they said a Dean Koontz quote, and it's from Moby Dick. And it's something like this, that, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to remember. It's something like, it's better to go into the abyss, like, with joy in your heart, or something like that, instead of fear, because fear will only drag you down, or something like. I could find it.
It's like drowning, Steve. Instead of fighting the current, just sink. Just go with it.
Yeah, and it's
just
like Hunter S. Thompson said, if you fight it, you'll get brain bubbles. That's what he said in Fear and Loathing.
Just
Don't
go
fight
with it. Everybody just go with it. Big shout outs to everybody tonight, especially Rainey. Love you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. Much love. I'm sorry. Holy shit, what the fuck?
Oh, it's better to be joyful. Hold on a second. Let me try to find it. Not in the abyss, in the belly of the Leviathan. Lover, I found it. Hold on. Let me show you. This got me through some trips. This right here, this is the philosophy right here. In the belly of the Leviathan. One can either despair and perish, or be cheerful and preserve. Right there. In the belly of the Leviathan, one can either be cheerful or whatever. Yeah, okay, we saw it. So anyway. Yeah, that shit got me through some trips right there.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't get it the first time.
So it's from Moby Dick. It says, in the belly of the Leviathan is better to be cheerful and prosper than to be fearful and perish, basically.
Yeah. You know what the wisest thing that I ever heard, and I can't remember where the fuck I heard it. I wish I could. But they said worrying is the greatest waste of a good imagination.
Yeah. True. Based. That's based.
Don't give me that new age fucking lingo. Just say that's a great quote. You fucking cocksucker.
Bet.
Jeez.
Bet. All right. So let's take a look at this. So this is interesting, guys. We're going to see where this goes. And I haven't touched on this as much as I'd like to. I have. We've discussed this. We've definitely discussed this. But I've just been confused with seeing people arguing back and forth and looking at what people have here and there. And it's interesting, guys. So there is a huge argument going on right now over these goddamn Discord messages, okay? Remember this. When this first got reported that he sent these messages on Discord, Tyler Robinson sent these messages, and so this is more evidence that he did what this and that. And then Discord came out and released a public statement saying that these messages were not on their server.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. Okay. So this is I'm just I'm glad you remember. Yeah. That's a good litmus test, because I know I have talked about this a lot. So there's
shoot at the hip, cuzzo. Let it roll.
So there's not only that, there's another issue with the chronological order of events here, okay? Because if you look, there is paperwork that I guess, and I'll show you, people have asked Grok about this. I'm going to see if they actually send us to a link.
Grok's shit.
Well, but it is, but Sometimes it's right though, dude. And so I'm gonna see if they show us a link. In fact,
Hell, a broken clock's right twice a day. See,
Yeah.
not to sound like an old hillbilly, but I mean, just
Well, I've already said that quote tonight, so you're good.
okay. Well, I wasn't watching the show, so you're good.
Oh, gee, thanks for the support. So anyway, moving on. Tyler Robinson. Listen, no, look.
Make sure to catch my show later on Rumble. It'll be all caps, the Fat
What?
Pig 5, all one word.
What?
Oh, sorry. Please continue.
The Fat Pig 5 on Rumble. Yes, go follow him, even though he's a pain in my fucking ass. Okay, so to follow him because he's a pain in my ass. Actually, Anyway, Tyler Robinson. Let's take a look at this. So there's an issue with the timestamps of these messages and all of this shit. So the messages were supposed to have been sent at like 7 something on September 11th. Okay. The problem is there is some evidence that points to the fact that Tyler Robinson was actually in custody already by the time those messages were sent. So either you would have to believe that he was in custody, turned himself in, and they just let him sit there with his phone, sending out messages on Discord and texting his fucking butt buddy Furry and all of the rest. Okay.
Or I could propose a different solution.
You better not.
Well,
go ahead.
I know it's happened to me a fuck ton of times. When I need to get a new phone and my shit's overloaded, I'll send text messages and I end up getting pissed off and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you never fucking responded to my message. Like, I didn't get any message. They show me their phone and it's because the phone's fucked up. And then I'll send text messages, and then 3 days later at 1 o'clock in the morning, I get the actual response back.
Well, we're not talking about
the same time.
We're not talking about a text here. This is on a website.
Oh, Discord, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't like
a direct. That's a great place to go. It's a very happy place, I hear.
Yeah, that's where people plan their shootings. So anyway, Discord. So Tyler Robinson, people are arguing back and forth. So there's some paperwork that lists his arrest being on September 12th. Okay. But that, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm following correctly, it's because he turned himself in at a certain police station. We're going to have to look into this because I haven't been keeping up with all of this in enough detail and committing it to memory because I just haven't been sure about this whole situation and haven't really presented all this to you, but I vaguely have an understanding. He turned himself in at one police station and then they brought him to another one. And then that one is the second one where they brought him to is where they say he was processed on the 12th. Okay. But he actually turned himself in. If you remember, it was a 33 hours from when Charlie Kirk got killed. That puts it on September 11th. Remember, this was the thing they kept saying. Kash Patel said, we solved this in 33 hours. 33 hours from around noon on what, September 10th. That's September 11th. Okay. Then Tyler Robinson, let's go through this. In custody is 6:25 p.m. on September 11th. That's a fact. Grok says here that this is from, and this is the thing, is I think Grok is right here because I've seen other people that have cited this too. But when I went to look for it, I could only find the records of him being arrested on the 12th. But there is record of him. It's not like the fact that I can't find the record doesn't dispute the fact that Kash Patel announced 33 hours that it took for them to solve the case, which means it was on September 11th. They wouldn't say that if the guy wasn't arrested, right? And the paperwork says 6:25 on it. I have seen, but there's a discrepancy on the date. So we'll play this, and I'll get into the Grok thing. Let's take a look at this. It's only 3 minutes. Did you have a question before we got into it? Sorry.
No, I was just going to say Gumshoe Stevie. Please continue.
I'm not sure what that means, but fine.
A gumshoe detective?
What does that mean? I've heard the term. I don't
It's
even know what
just a
that means.
term. Never mind. Just roll the fucking tip. Jesus, you guys fucking retarded.
Just a nonsensical position, guys. It doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. Rationally, it doesn't make sense. And it's vitally important to the case for two reasons. Reason number one, it exposes a multi-agency cover-up that involves the FBI, the Utah State Bureau of Investigation, the sheriff in Utah County up in Orem and Provo, the sheriff in Washington County, who multiple times has gone on the record saying he did not arrive, whoever is the records custodian in Washington County who fiddled around with the tapes and wouldn't give them over to News 2. Like, you're talking about a multi-agency cover-up, potentially the prosecutors, if they try to go forward with this nonsense. That's a bad deal. So that's number one, a multi-agency cover-up. It's a big deal. Number two, it exposes the Fed sloppers. It shows you they're dishonest actors, that they can look at the totality of the body of the evidence and say, yeah, but the only interpretation that supports my position is that Tyler Robinson, 20 hours after leaving his parents, 20 hours after being without a cell phone, 20 hours after not knowing what his parents were doing, 20 hours after not knowing if his parents got in touch with an attorney, 20 hours later is still thinking, well, I think my parents are trying to get in touch with them, but somehow I've divined. You know, in the jail, we have these the steel toilets, right? Steel.
Okay, so what he's getting into here, I don't know. It looks like the pig got up, but what he's getting into here. So when we look, there's when he's getting interrogated, he asks for an attorney, okay? And he gives them the name of the this guy. I think the point he's making here is that the people that are claiming that, oh man, I gotta find. I saved it somewhere. I'm gonna try to find this while this guy's talking about it, so I can show you what.
But see, in all honesty, I mean, with everything set aside in this case, is even if I'm innocent, whatever I do, if I'm gonna get cuffed and a cop walks up to me, I'm not gonna say anything. All I'm gonna say is, I want my attorney. That's all that I will say. Whether I'm innocent or guilty. That is all that I will ever say.
Hold on, because I saved this a while back. Let me see here. Dude, and I'm having technical difficulties here, guys. I apologize.
Oh man, I fucked my shit up. I had more tabs open than Bubba today because I did an 80s stream on Rumble. And I was playing 80s commercials, 80s music videos, fucking 80s movies, clips, all this 80s shit. And I had so many tabs open and I couldn't fucking keep track of them. And they were overlapping each other. Oh, it was a fucking shit show.
Road mic. Okay, god damn it.
You know, I think I need to do a second set of that. Maybe I'll do it tonight. See, that's what I like about Rumble. You stream on Rumble, don't you?
I haven't been because it's an extra step. Let's take we're going over here real quick because I know I had saved this and this should give us some more context here. I'm trying to find the actual man. So Moran dies by 6:25 on 9/11. Okay, let's see what details he gets into here. But so when they interrogate Tyler, I forget what comes out in this interrogation. He asks for an attorney, and this is like from the wording on top. That's what it was. So there's the conversation between Tyler Robinson and this agent, and on top of it, the wording of this paragraph that is giving you context for the conversation that you're going to read, the way that wording is makes it sound like this was a conversation that happened on 9/11, which would be the day the Discord messages were sent, which would mean he was already in custody. And he couldn't have sent them from his phone. They're not going to let him sit there and keep texting on his phone when he's in custody for murder.
It's just a nonsensical position, guys. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, wait, is this the same clip?
Is a multi.
Okay. Yeah, this is the same clip. Sorry. So this is an older clip. Okay. Let me see if I can fucking find this, man. Oh, it pisses me off. Because I did save somebody that's disputing this claim. Let me see here.
Maybe that's why they call me the pig, because I make pig-like sounds, you know.
Maybe.
It comes natural.
Yeah, so this person is showing all the stuff that's showing his arrest date for the 12th.
Looks like the female version of John Wayne Gacy.
Who?
It looks like the female version of John Wayne Gacy.
Who?
The woman in the blue.
Her?
Yeah.
This is attorney.
I know that.
She's
That's
a good
what I'm
woman,
saying.
okay?
Jesus Christ.
This doesn't have the interview thing.
Sorry. I apologize to the viewing audience. There'll be a real show after this.
Oh, what? Tim Pool or something?
No, the fat pig.
Oh.
Oh man, I need a
I
fucking
saved
ice cream bowl.
I saved some other stuff. The video skips. There's
Well, play a sorry ass if you want to. Show how much remorse you.
there's a minute. Play what?
I said play the video if you want. Show how much remorse he has.
How much remorse who has?
Steve, what are we watching?
He didn't do it though. Okay, so anyway,
It's lovely to see y'all. Dark Times, Dark Match.
where's the hold on a second, because I'm looking for.
Now I gotta get a fucking Snickers bar.
Okay, so I'll bring us back over here to take a look at the Grok thing. So according to Grok, and let me see if it provided any links, and if not, I'm going to ask it because I have a check mark, so it'll respond to me. Oh no, here we go. Right, this one. Oh, discrepancy is real. Okay, let's take a look at what Grok said. Court records, defense motion show Tyler Robinson was read Miranda rights at 6:25 p.m. on September 11th, 2025, confirming he was in custody by then, after turning himself in that evening at Washington County Sheriff's Office with family. Exact arrival minute isn't publicly detailed to the second. His phone was seized per standard procedure upon custody, likely before or at 6:25 p.m. point. The key Discord message posted at 7:57. Public timeline has inconsistencies across early reports and later filings. So yeah, that's the thing. There are filings that say that he was in custody on the 11th. And again, guys, we can fight about it. we can look at all this other lady that I showed you, Jane Doe. She has about fucking 10 different things that claim that put September 12th as the date. But that doesn't make sense when Kash Patel said 33 hours. That's not the 12th. That's the 11th. So yeah, we got problems here, and I'm intrigued. I'm not saying I know the answer to this, and I'm not saying Grok is right here. In fact, can you, what do I say? Post a link to the defense filing that shows the date of September 11th. Wait, how do I word this? Oh, okay. That shows he was arrested or in custody on the date of September 11th. All right, let's see. It might take a minute, but
Oh, uno momento, por favor.
what, for you? You got to ask Grok a question too? Mouse, what's up? Good evening, ladies and gents. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up? Is this a new person? Name isn't that familiar, but welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Mouski? I don't know. I don't know if I've seen you up in the chat. Mouski. All right, let's see. Oh, wait, did I get a reply already? Oh! Okay, let's go
My
over here.
sincerest apologies.
Looks like Grok responded. Hold on, let's see where this took me. Oh wait, hold on a second. What does it say?
Let's see.
Okay, so yeah, references to Miranda rights read at 6:25 come from other court filings discussed publicly by podcaster Baron Coleman and others. Okay.
Pardon me.
Yeah, so Grok I think is right about this. I'm back on the other tab reading Grok to see if it told me what page to look on. By chance it doesn't, but it's explaining here just like I was thinking out loud, saying that the court filings that show he was in custody by 6:25-ish on September 11th, that correlates with the public timeline as discussed by Kash Patel. It aligns with the 33-hour deal. Why else would he say that if they didn't have the guy in custody on September 11th?
So what point are you alluding to eventually?
Well, the problem here is that, like I said, we already had the issue, number one, that Discord claimed that the messages weren't even on their servers or something to that regard. They had some kind of dispute with the messages being put on Discord. Could that be them just trying to cover their ass? Yeah, I'm not dumb. Maybe they just want to like dismiss this look.
But I mean, what's the ultimate goal? Do you think he's a patsy? Like, you think this whole thing is a shit show?
It's possible that he's a patsy, and there was a lot of.
That's not what I'm asking you. If you think it's possible, I'm saying, what's your fucking opinion? Do you think he's a patsy? Do you think he killed him, or do you think he didn't? If you were on the jury, would you say guilty or not guilty? That's what I'm asking you, Steve.
Well, I haven't seen everything that the jury's going to see, so
Okay,
I'm
from
hoping
what you have seen.
From what I've
What's your
from what I have
opinion?
from what I have seen, it's a clown show, and they have not proved that this
It's
guy
a
did
yes
this.
or no question. It's guilty or not guilty. From what
I
you've
thought it
seen.
was pretty clear from what I just responded that I would say not guilty based on the evidence that they have.
Okay. See, that's why I like doing these shows with you, Steve, because I would be the exact opposite. And I'd say fucking string him up with a rope.
But
After
why?
I saw the videotape of him running off the roof with a fucking
Why
rifle.
do you think that's him? That's the point, dude, is that they keep this is the thing is that they keep saying in the media that is him. Everybody keeps spreading around on social media and in the media that, oh, this is Tyler Robinson running across the roof, and they haven't proved that, dude, with what we've seen.
Steve, and that's why, like I said, that's why I like doing your show. It's the difference of opinion. When you say shit like that, I wholeheartedly disagree. Like, I don't think that. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's federal government. There's conspiracy. I don't think it's that fucking deep. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm one of the sheeple. But
I don't want to think it's that
I
deep.
think it's
dude.
bullshit.
Dude, I really don't. This is the thing. I don't like, there's so much stuff to talk about. I don't need to cover this fucking case every day. I care about this because this has been interesting, and I called bullshit from the get-go. I had a bad feeling about it, and initially I was not someone going, it was the Jews, guys, because I was under the impression that Charlie was still cool with Israel. Call me stupid. Call me retarded for thinking that was the case, because it wasn't. I was just running off of old information that how he had been simping for him for so long. And so when this happened, I thought that this was a PSYOP event that was meant to put us into a civil war. And that's what
Well,
you
look
can
at
go
how
back
well the
and-
Carmelo Anthony event worked out for you and how long we debated over that.
Yeah, really funny. I turned out that I was right.
Holy shit. Boom, roasted. Oh, fuck. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I didn't mean to
no,
interrupt.
it's real funny, but I was right. I said he's
You
probably
were
gonna,
right.
Yeah, I was right. Do you want to pull up the debate again right now where you said, "Oh, you think he should walk free?" And I'm like, "No, when did I say that?" You just completely misinterpret what I'm saying just because it's a smart thing to tell your kids that when someone's reaching
Steve's about to freak out.
reaching into a bag and saying, "Touch me and see what happens," you don't go and then touch them. Just because I give that advice makes you think that I think a black kid should be allowed to stab a white kid
Don't
in
you
the
think
heart.
that takes a certain mentality to do that, though?
Dude,
I mean, in all honesty.
I'm not going down this road debating that.
I know
again.
I'm not going to. You're the one who started
No.
down
I'm
that road.
showing that you are giving
I'm trying to turn around, Steve.
I'm showing that you're giving a ridiculous interpretation of our conversation.
Making a
Is what I'm
180.
showing. Because
I'm
you
gonna
said
eat another ice cream,
said,
I swear.
"Oh, look how the
Just continue
Carmelo
with your story.
Anthony kid."
Calm down. Take a deep breath.
You said,
just
look
chill,
how
buddy.
the Carmelo Anthony case worked out for you, and I was right. I said he would do time, and he
You're
deserves
right.
to do time.
I'll take the L. You take the W. Please continue.
No, dude, we didn't disagree that much on the. It's not about you taking an L. It's we weren't disagreeing
I
as
know
much
you
as you
just
thought
get
we
so
were.
upset about everything.
I'm not upset. You're the one that's getting upset. I'm fine. I'm amped up. I'm happy. Things have been.
I can tell you amped up.
Things have been
Trying to get amped up,
going in
bringing
my
up what I'm
favor
doing
with
next.
this, dude. I was expecting that we would. The prosecution claimed to have
Should've got that
mountains.
frozen pizza.
The prosecution claimed to have mountains of evidence on Tyler Robinson, and we have dog shit here. We have dog shit. This is indisputably dog shit. You have someone else's DNA on the supposed murder weapon and tools involved in it, and people are thinking that Tyler's DNA on it proves anything, and they've given immunity to the other guy who has their DNA on the weapon. This is the most retarded shit I have ever seen, and it's not even funny anymore. It's scary because I didn't expect to be this right. I thought I was totally ready to just be like, haha, guys, I'm a crackhead. I mean, what were you thinking listening to me? But here we are, and none of it makes sense. I'm actually stunned. All right, I'm just
Were you
trying to.
stunned about Rodney King?
No,
Were you stunned about O.J. Simpson?
that's what I said. This is our O.J. Simpson. Okay, I don't care. I don't care if he actually was involved.
Okay.
He deserves to walk free because the feds did such a shitty job with this psyop.
Right. Well, let me give you another one. I give two black examples.
So right here, obstruction of justice, and that about September 11th, defendant Tyler Robinson with intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation of apprehension, prosecuting, blah, 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 blah. Destroyed, concealed, or removed clothing he wore during the. Okay, so now that's tampering. Oh, let's go to. So this is going through all the stuff that they're count 1, count 2, all that of what they're saying they're charging him with. We're skipping through that. We're looking for the part. How many pages we got here? Hold on. Oh dear Lord. Okay. The shizooting probable cause statement. Okay, so right here, good thing I didn't skip ahead. So let's read through this whole paragraph real quick. It's not that long. On September 10th, 2025, at approximately 12:23 p.m., Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. We don't even know that to be true. While speaking to a large crowd on the campus, Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Count 1 and 2, police found the suspect murder weapon, a bolt-action 30-06 rifle nearby. Over the next approximate 33 hours, police conducted a manhunt for the shooter until the evening of September 11th. Evening of September 11th, when Tyler James Robinson surrendered to police. Evening of September 11th. That would be the same evening that they claim he sent the Discord messages. Those same Discord messages that Discord disputed the existence of. Just to make sure everybody's keeping track of what's going on here. Surrendered to police. Okay. Okay, well, this is what Grok was trying to show me, is that this is actually, I mean, and it'd be ridiculous to think otherwise because they told us they had him within 33 hours. So, okay. So, yeah, we got what we were looking for here. We don't have to fucking keep on with this thing. Anyway.
But no.
So, yeah, dude, I'm super intrigued. I'm super intrigued on where this is going to go.
Wait, you think he's got a chance of getting off?
I sure do.
Really?
I sure do.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. Wow. That's a very
I'm not
interesting
saying that
perspective.
based on what they've shown so far, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what a jury's going to think. It's too early to tell, but based on what I've seen, there's still a strong chance that this isn't going to work out for them, that something's up. I think something happened. I think something fucked up and it got sloppy. Someone got really sloppy, and it's I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I know it's been court TV, and I've been meaning to watch it, but with work and shit, I need to start catching up on it. Is it worth it? Is it a decent enough trial?
Well, I mean, you could really have to be paying attention to like detail to be like, ooh, they just said this and that disproves this or that conflicts with that. That's the only,
Right, but that's like I watched. I would say I probably watched 85% of the Trayvon Martin trial and the Casey Anthony trial on court TV. Like literally 85%.
Oh yeah.
I would record it when I would get off work or before I'd go to work. That's all I would watch. And then, I would just keep up with the shit and keep up with the shit. And when I couldn't do it, I'd have it on the radio in the car and shit. And I would keep up with the trials. It almost got to a point where you could say objection,
Yeah.
But it was
That's how I feel about this. I haven't been watching this long form as much as I wish I could.
Yeah, I haven't paid any attention to it, to be honest with you.
I don't blame you, dude. I really don't. I don't blame you for
Well, no, it's not that I'm not interested. It's just I honestly forgot about it.
Well, I won't let that happen again, okay? Sorry.
I mean, there's a new season of Rick and Morty out, so I mean, what's the guy supposed to do here?
Who cares about Rick and Morty when you got Kirk and Robinson?
I don't know. I feel like we already know what's going to happen with that. So
I don't think we do. I'm super intrigued. This is pretty crazy.
Oh, like the guy in New York who popped the healthcare CEO and how he was going to get let go.
Well, his case, I was saying I want him to get let go just because he's so goddamn hot, but that wasn't based on the evidence. My thinking on this case is a lot more clear because the killer is not as attractive, okay? But with that being said, the Luigi case had, and if you want to know my real feelings, I don't think Tyler did everything that they said he did. I think if you asked me this question, I kind of avoided because I don't like, because this is the thing, I don't have like a reputation at stake. I purposely get on here and try to destroy any reputation that seems to be accumulating, in real time. So, and that's an intentional thing, but it's like, if you really made me guess, say, what do you think with the Luigi case? I think that guy did it. Now, in a more serious way, I actually, the way I'm joking about this being our OJ, that is more how I feel about the Luigi case, in the sense that the police fucked up with protocol so much, and I don't remember all the details about it, but they fucked up with collecting evidence in certain ways, and some stuff is probably going to get thrown out with that. And then on top of that, just like with what seems to be the case with the Tyler Robinson case, where they told us the parents said he did it, the family thinks he did it. Now the grandparents have come out on record. There's a reporter that got audio of them saying that he got set up. The parents are now, there's some text screenshots of text messages with some reporter that's been in contact with the parents that is claiming the parents say he is not guilty. So that means the media and everybody, the feds, everybody has been lying. He probably did not admit to doing this, which is what everyone thought. This is what's been some of the confusion. I mean, it's the media and the feds giving weird information out. So when they say he turned himself in and admitted to it, well, part of that's right. He turned himself in, but then it came out later that it seemed like they were kind of threatening to turn his whole fucking house upside down if he didn't turn himself in. So instead of his family and stuff getting scared and having the police come in and point guns at your fucking head, he went and turned himself in. That seems like that's more what the truth is, not that he thinks he's guilty, his family thinks he's guilty, so everybody came and brought him in because this little fucker needs to serve some jail time. That is not that seems to not be the case. And something similar happened with Luigi Mangione. They claim that his mother said she thought that he did it. And it claimed she clarified later. She came out and said that that was bullshit. She said the exact opposite, that she thinks he didn't do it. So, you know, dude, it's like they play games. They, meaning, you know, the feds, the fucking media, they play games with tainting the jury pool and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. I think they're nice people, but yeah, that's one man's opinion.
Well, I don't know, dude. We'll see how it plays out. You know, if they get a guilty on Tyler, I mean, well I'm not going to go fucking protest about it, but it depends.
Oh, you're not going to get your little sign?
Dude, it depends. Maybe I
Wave it
will.
around?
If they egregiously ignore evidence or arguments or something, I mean, it might be worth something going out with a goddamn picket sign, but I've never even done that. So it's probably wouldn't be the best situation to start my protesting career off with. It's defending Tyler Robinson. We are Tyler Robinson.
Oh, yeah, you lost the dreadlocks. Yeah, you definitely get stumped out.
Yeah, probably. So anyway,
great move, by the way, on that.
Kirk says Tyler Robinson was involved, not the shooter. That's kind of how I feel. Okay, yeah, sorry, and I didn't go into detail enough. I meant to. I'm not avoiding it or something here. Thank you, Kirk, for saying this. So I think Tyler probably, if you really were like, Steve, tell me, like, I don't believe the Fed theory anymore. Tell me what you think maybe happened, because I'm interested. You know, and I'd be like, okay, well, I don't know what happened. It was probably the Jews, but hear me out. No, look, what I think in terms of Tyler Robinson, listen, if you think that Tyler Robinson hated Kirk enough to go kill him himself, I don't think it's a stretch at all to think that he hates Kirk enough to take credit for it. And think that that's a glorious way to go out and go to prison or something like that. That isn't crazy to me. And I don't think he actually has confessed to this. We're going to see what comes out in court. But
no, absolutely. The only thing that I can honestly say, as far as this is concerned, is when I've seen the look in the man's eyes, he reminds me of fucking Ted Bundy. You know, people have a certain look. Not that they're guilty of anything necessarily, but when you look into that man's eyes, something ain't right, in my opinion.
Well, dude,
that's just me.
Yeah, but you could be right. Like that's what a lot of people kind of think, is that he was involved and may have got tricked into being up on that roof somehow, whether he was just unstable and they got him a Manchurian Candidate.
Oh, he's definitely unstable. I
Well,
mean,
dude, and that's what I'm
sure.
saying. Your point about him being unstable, that runs right along with my theory smoothly. You know, that he might have been a patsy, that somehow that some group or something convinced him to go get up on that roof. But we don't even know that's him up there, of course. You know, I'm being extremely charitable here. That's not even been proven. But yeah, and then who knows? The fucking mic explodes while he's laying there, and he's like, "Holy fuck! They really killed him!" And he got up and fucking ran and hid the rifle, but he didn't actually kill him. I don't know, or maybe that wasn't him on the roof at all, and they've got some fucking they had someone else running around dressed looking like him, and now they fucking pinned it on this confused guy that's banging a furry.
There's endless possibilities, Steve. I mean, maybe he was training in the CIA, and they said, what we need you to do is get into this position, and then we're going to get you to fire a blank, and then that'll complete your training.
Well, you know, the Utah, the university that Tyler went
might have been a crazy kid who decided to 86 somebody and hit shit into bullets. The world, it's like, how many licks does it get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never.
But Fat Pig, the thing is, when there's already before we start coming up speculating with all this crazy stuff, there's already stuff that just doesn't make sense from the official narrative. that doesn't look like a 30-06 entrance wound to someone's neck, and it is blowing people's minds that it didn't just decapitate him. If it is a frangible type of round that's supposed to break apart, it should have taken his fucking head off his shoulders. It does. Even Dr. Dan, who does not like the people talking shit about Erica Kirk, and he defends Erica Kirk, you know, even he is like, no, that just makes no fucking sense. Dr. Dan has treated gunshot wounds. You know, this is someone who, it's not just some internet fuckboy. He has worked in the Louisiana emergency room for multiple gunshot wounds. And it's
No,
like, it's like,
absolutely.
no,
I mean, I
it doesn't look
respect
right.
the man's opinion in the highest regard. Don't get me wrong, but no, I mean, it's just the other thing, Steve, is that, and we've had this debate time and time again. And you remember we even created a segment at one point called "Who Fucking Cares?"
Yeah,
because, like I said,
and
you can get online and you can go on and on about this and over again. If you were fucking Joe Rogan shitting this out every fucking day, it's not going to make a difference. The federal government is what it is.
It might not make a difference to you, and that's fine. It makes a
You
difference.
may be
to me.
right. You may be wrong. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. So I understand your perspective that you take, but you must understand.
I don't
mine
think you
too.
do.
No, I do understand. You hang on to things and you latch on. You like to claw right in there, and you don't want to let it go, which is fine. Teach its own. But my whole thing is, it's gonna be what it's gonna fucking be. So I don't pay that much attention to it. That's my whole thing. No, but I can appreciate people like you have that perspective. You know, I do watch a lot of conspiracy documentaries, so I appreciate people such as yourself, sir. So,
Well, you
tip my cap to you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, even though you're like, whatever, doesn't matter, and who gives a fuck. And I appreciate that perspective as well. I
Your
do.
number one
I can't,
fan, lover.
I can't expect most people to like take the time to try to, like, you know, care about this as much as I probably appear to care about it. And you know, it's fair, dude. But you know, like I
Well,
said
good on
already,
you do you. I mean, fuck it, dude.
yeah, but like I said, part of the reason I am so invested in this, and I enjoy covering this, even though it's grim, and what, you know, part of me feels like I want to make sure what I think is true and right about this gets out, just for the sake of Charlie Kirk. Even though I was very critical of him, but I was a fan deep down. I was a fan of Charlie Kirk. I watched a bunch of his videos and stuff, and I was critical about a certain stuff he would say, but a lot of it I agreed with. But
Well,
there was
Steve, that's an actual intellectual point. Not that you're a fucking stupid fuck. This is coming off bad, but
both
no,
are
that's
true. Yeah.
That's a very good point, and I can see you're standing on that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that way. I thought you were just trying to go down a different road. You know what I mean? Just well, thank you for saying.
Well, and a part of it too, and I already said it, is that when I saw this happen, number one, I was as shocked as probably everybody else, and it scarred me. It was a grotesque. This is like one of the most publicly grotesque things of someone important who was like, had a place in millions of people's
Oh,
hearts.
I'd say it was almost worse, if not worse than Kennedy. Fucking hell,
Dude. Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit! I mean, that was.
Dude, I was.
Me and you watched that video many a times, brother.
Yeah.
I broke down every one of those videos. That's what I was gonna say too. I am your number one fucking fan, Steve, and I think, other than I think Adam Wiley might have me beat, but I think I was your first guest, and I'll probably be your last and the best guest. But not to toot my own horn, but no,
keep putting yourself over. It's fun.
Oh, I will. That's what I live for, Steve. No, but I remember when we broke all that video down and everything, and
thank you, Rainey.
It was Oh my God.
That was for Pig. Go ahead,
Oh.
sorry.
No, I remember when we broke that video down and the video showed me, and you're like, I don't know if I can show it. I'll send it to you, this, that, and the other. And I watched it and I was like, is that real? And you're like, yeah, that's real. And then I had somebody else send it to me, and I watched the video, and it was in slow motion. Oh man, made me want to fucking vomit.
What, the Kirk video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
let me
that's
finish what I was saying.
Yeah, go for it.
Part of the reason I do want to keep covering this and why I'm invested. That's the thing, and it's regardless of what happens, even if he does get convicted and whatever, I am still like, this has been a good test. So it's like for me, it's been a good intellectual and vibe type of test, and from the get-go, the day it happened, I was like, there's something up here. And then it's just been unfolding, and the sort of following my nose and just trying to think straight about it. And it's weird that we're here and we still don't have any kind of like definitive proof that it was this guy.
That's why I said gumshoe earlier. You're like fucking Perry Mason over there.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing that. Really, it's just me looking around, and there's a few things I found on my own, but yeah, it's a group effort with the whole fucking internet, just tossing ideas around and checking stuff out. So whatever. But yeah, dude, it's interesting. I'm intrigued. I really got to hop off here. It's getting late.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, I'm interested to see where this goes for the rest of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll be on again tomorrow, I assume?
Yeah, I should be.
Lovely.
Yep.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll do my shameless plugs.
You know what? No. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., I'll be on Pecan 420 on Rumble. And then, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. I don't have a show. Maybe something in the evening. But later tonight, you can find me on The Fat Pig 5 on Rumble. And I think I'm going to continue my 80s stream. It did pretty well this evening. I'm just playing 80s commercials, 80s movies, clips, and 80s songs. And people seem to enjoy it. So, yeah, might go down that road. But other than that, make sure y'all hit the fucking like button on this guy's thing. He really likes the thumbs, I'm telling you.
Yeah. If you know how to put the thumb in the right spot, I really like it. Brian from Philly said, did his father really turn him in? So, yeah, but this is the thing. We kind of went over this, that, they presented this whole situation. They presented it as if the parents turned him in because he was guilty, and that he was turning himself in because he was guilty. Like so far we don't have any evidence that he admitted to this in any way, and that was what everyone thought was the case.
Right.
But then also they were saying the parents turned him in because they thought he did it. Really, there's some new. I could show you guys. I'm not going to do it now, but trust me,
that was the whole thing too. And I mean, we don't need to go down the rabbit hole, but what I heard was that the preacher recognized him, told the grandfather of the father. The grandfather realized the gun was missing. He had been gone. He wouldn't respond. And then once he got home, his father said, get in the truck. And he just drove to the police station and turned him in. That's the way that I heard it.
So this is the thing, is they know law enforcement. There's different people in their family that are like close with law enforcement, or they are law enforcement. I forget, but yeah, it's something along those lines that they, somebody supposedly had suspicions and they talked to law enforcement about it. And then he turned himself in, but I don't my whole point is I don't think that the impression that they've been giving us this whole time is accurate, that the family actually thinks that he did it. Because that's what they've been telling us, is that they turned him in because they actually think he did it. But now there's texts coming out and stuff. There's reports that the parents say, and the grandparents are on audio recording saying that he got set up and that they don't think he did it. So we'll see, man. We'll see what comes out.
Yeah, it'll come out in the wash.
Yeah. All right, your Pigness. Thank you for joining me. Everybody,
Thanks
go
for having
follow.
me, Steve. I'll let you 86 me this time since I've gotten you like the past 6 times. So just
Wait,
feel
what's
free
that?
to boot me over.
No, I love you, Pig. I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye. All right, guys. Yeah, this has been Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. Unfortunately, I gotta leave. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. Listen, I didn't want to cover this all fucking week. If there's no real progress or anything interesting, there's other stuff I have saved that I wanted to cover for this week. We'll see if we get to it. But this is just too juicy, guys. I've been a real loudmouth about this, and so far I don't regret anything I've said, which is good. So we'll see where this goes. I'll probably be covering this tomorrow, if I'm being realistic. I'm sure there's going to be some more interesting facts that people find combing through the live feed as it comes in. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll see you guys at 8 p.m. Eastern time over here on this channel. Don't forget, we got the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, the Bubba Army channel on YouTube and Rumble and everywhere else. Go follow the Bubba Army. They'll be live at 6 a.m. Eastern time till 10 a.m. And then the Peak Hunt Show over on Rumble as Fat Pig's buddy. And I'm sure Fat Pig will be on tomorrow in the afternoon, sometime like that. And then we got Scott Starbird at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Goes on before me. And then I'll be live. And then after me, there's Alex Stein on the Real America's Voice channel. So go check all that out. You got your lineup. Promo, thank you. I appreciate it. Great as always. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, I'm not sure. I got to get in touch with Lummy, but I might, we'll see. Maybe this Friday or next Friday. We were talking about me being on the weekly wrap-up show deal. So we'll see about that. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next. But and we should have a new parody song. We have that one sent in, so check in on the Bubba the Love Sponge show during this week. We'll see if they get it in the rotation. I don't know if Tuttle's going to be back. Maybe they're waiting for him to be there to play it or whatever. But yeah, so we'll see about that. Either way, check it out. It's a great show, even if they're not playing my stuff. The show was great today. I was all up in the chat. It was good, and they were talking about some of the Kirk stuff, and I thought this would be good. This would be a good week to do the weekly wrap-up show with Lummy, because I think it would be interesting. It seems like Dan and Bubba aren't too convinced by the alternative theories on this, and I feel like I could help that problem. So that might be good for the weekly wrap-up show. I could be like, yo, look, let me explain. So some of the Bubba Army people that are on Team Bubba and Dan with thinking that there's nothing weird about Erica Kirk and whatever, and we could go into some of the detail on that. I think that would be interesting, but anyway, we'll see. I love you guys. Thank you for the support for realsies. I needs it. I wants it, and I needs it. I can't come otherwise. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. and I'll be all up in those chats that I mentioned. Bye, lovers.